Hey everyone, good morning, it's Kathleen. This is our first Friday morning Facebook live stream Pilates class. Welcome. So I just finished the Dryland Zoom class for the JCC. So while I wait for somebody to come on, I'm just going to move a couple of these pieces of furniture around that we used with Zoom and then grab a mat. So you want to make sure you have a mat and some water. Now for me, I use both a mat and a little piece of carpeting. For the class I just taught, we actually use a chair. We do some seated activities and some standing. So I'm just going to get this chair out of the way. One more class. Alrighty, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. We always start with our standing energy in Pilates. Oh, good. We have a couple people with us. Good morning. This is Kathleen. Welcome to the Siegel JCC Facebook live stream Pilates class on a Friday morning. It happens to be an auspicious day. It's September 11th. I know some of us think back to, what we were doing on this day 19 years ago. It seemed like there was so much sense of unity and cohesion in our country, and we lost that. So hopefully we'll get it back sometime soon, but I feel connected to you, and we will connect through breath and movement and doing a little self-care today. So make sure that ideally you're barefoot and you have a mat, or if you have wall-to-wall carpet, you're fine. You also want to have a little bit of water to remain hydrated. We begin with standing energy. So you want to stand with your feet, hi Cody. You want to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, toes are forward, knees are forward, hips are forward, ribs, shoulders. Your neck is long, your head is up. Now, many of us have those forward pulled shoulders. We've spent years commuting. We've spent years sitting at desks, sitting at computers. So some of us have to relearn how our body evolved for optimal strength, health, wellness. So think about the position of your shoulders. Your arms are at your sides with your thumbs forward or your palms forward. Think about taking that breath right up through the bottoms of the feet, lengthening through the spine, filling up your lungs. Exhale, think about pressing your shoulders down and away, lengthening through your neck just a bit. Your knees are soft, your core belly muscles are engaged. We're going to take another big breath in. Just think of these as healing breaths. This time, inhale, lengthening through that spine, keeping the knees soft. Exhale, feel your chin just sink down to your chest. Now I want you to think about the first 7 vertebrae of the spine. Remembering that the job of the first two vertebrae is to support and balance your head on the rest of the spine. Think about the discs between each vertebrae, and then that seventh vertebrae of the neck is that sort of knobby one that's right at the base of your neck, kind of like right at the shoulders. As you exhale this time, gently rotate the right ear to the right shoulder. And again, do your best. Everyone is different in terms of mobility and strength. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Again, just take your time, feel those muscles. We are going to strengthen the muscles that support the various joints of the body today. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Pause here as you inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Take your time, don't rush. One more big breath in. Exhale, feel your chin kind of sink back to your chest again. Don't let the shoulders follow though. I'm sorry I'm saying don't so many times. Allow the shoulders to remain where they were. That's a little more positive. And then inhale, take your eyes to the ceiling. Exhale as you bring those eyes back into alignment, looking straight ahead. Now standing here, knees soft, core engaged, wiggle your toes. Inhale, roll up onto the balls of the feet. And then back to a full foot, then lift your toes. Roll up onto the balls of the feet. Your knees are still soft, core muscles still engaged. Lift your toes, nice. Now I want you to think about the inside edge of your feet, put a little pressure there, and then the outside edge of your feet. And then come to a neutral foot, the best that you can. What does that mean? You're evenly distributing your body weight along the length of the foot, not putting more pressure on the outside. If you tend to wear out your sneakers on the outside of that heel, then you supinate. If you tend to wear out the sneaks on the ball, the inside ball of that foot, then you pronate. But you want to have that wear pattern on the bottoms of your shoes, your sneakers, as even as possible. And that's our goal here, because it promotes overall function of the body. So we want that functional mobility, functional strength. What happens if you walk those feet out just a little bit wider? What happens when you transfer your body weight to the right and then to the left, and then try and evenly distribute your body weight, and then bring those feet directly under the shoulders, or as close as you can manage. Again, toes forward, knees soft, core muscles engaged. Big breath in through your nose, and exhale. Now, I'm going to move my arm in front so you can see the lordotic and kyphotic curves. Lordotic, kyphotic curves of the back are normal, and we want to honor those. So we don't want that military kind of thing where we're stacking. That's pathological in terms of functioning of the body. So find your place, neutral foot, shoulders to feet. Big breath in through your nose, lifting those arms up. Exhale, palms to the ceiling. Inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Cross that right thumb over the left. Inhale, reach through the shoulders. Exhale, easy side bend to the right. And that's what I mean, easy. I'm not bending my knees more. I'm not trying to go farther than I can. Just a nice little stretch. Inhale up. As you exhale, cross the left thumb over the right thumb. Inhale once more. Exhale, easy side bend to the left. I see a little message has popped up there. I'm going to guess that's maybe Marlene. Exhale and bring the heels of the hands right in front of the heart. We're going to pause here for a moment, thinking about your positioning so that I can read this message. Oh, hey, Karen Marshall Ballard, yay. Hey, Karen. So this is going to be a wonderful workout and a nice complement to the time that we had together on Tuesday. Our hands are to our heart. And as we inhale, I want you to lift that right foot up. Now you'll see the people who do yoga, they bring it way up here. That's not comfortable for my knee. So you do what works for you. This is Pilates, this is not yoga. Some similarities, but some differences. You can let that foot rest on your calf. You can keep your big toe on the floor. You can cross one foot over the other. Pam, one of our yoga instructors, she calls it sapling. So way up here with that foot, that's tree. And then with the foot crossing the other foot, the weight-bearing foot leg, that's called sapling. So here we are. We feel the heat, the energy of one hand pressed against the other. Inhale deeply through your nose. As you exhale, extend those arms overhead, reaching through those fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands together above your head, reaching through your shoulders once more, nice and strong through your core. Exhale, open it up. And then let's inhale together, big breath in. Exhale, bend at your hip flexor, begin to slide that bent leg behind you, reaching the arms out to the sides, bending at those hip flexors. Engage your core. Don't worry about the height on the extended leg. Focus on the alignment of the hips and the shoulder. Focus on your breath. Big breaths in, nice and intentional. Exhale, bring yourself back to a standing place, hands together at your heart center. When you're ready, inhale, bring one foot to the inside of the other leg, or go right back to that sapling. Find your place. Exhale, extend the arms overhead, reach through your fingertips. Exhale as you bring your hands together, again, reaching through those fingers. Exhale, open it up. Let's inhale together. Exhale, bend at the hip flexor, extend the bent leg behind you, reach the arms out to the sides. And once again, you can keep that big toe on the floor, increase the bend in your weight-bearing leg, nice and strong through those deep core belly muscles. Fingers are reaching, toes are reaching. Neck aligned with your spine, shoulders aligned with each other, hips aligned. Big breath in. Exhale, back to standing. Very nice. Hands together at your heart. Find the positioning for your feet, evenly distributing that body weight from right to left, front of the foot to the back, inside of the foot to the outside, totally neutral foot to create strength and mobility along our spinal column. Push the heels of the hands against each other, the full palm, fingers, pads of the fingers and thumbs, and then push those hands away. Rise up onto the balls of the feet. Bring those arms back, roll your shoulders down and away, soften your knees, little pulse here. Now as I pulse, I'm very cognizant that I'm using my muscles. I'm not just swinging. It's not a swing. It's very intentional. Nice and strong through your core. Knees are bent. Belly muscles engaged. 4, 3. As you exhale, push those hands back and back as far as you can without changing your stance. Palms face each other and squeeze. 2, 3, 4. Big breath in through your nose. As you exhale, press your palms toward each other like you're compressing air between your hands. Push, push, push all the air out of your lungs. When you can't exhale any longer, inhale, release. Those arms magically float up. Bend at your elbows. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, stretch those arms forward. Press the hands back. Hi. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Inhale, lift, reach. Bend at those elbows. Inhale, rise up on the tips of the toes. Exhale, stretch those arms forward. Press the hands back, full foot, then lift your toes. Let the arms relax beside the body, thumbs forward or palms forward. Now this is an important little stretch for us. Again, it promotes strength and mobility along the spinal column. Take your time with this. If you need to let your hands rest on your thighs and kind of walk you down or walk you up to protect your back, take that extra accommodation. If you're okay to keep your hands at your sides, thumbs forward, that's great. Shoulders are down and away, big breath in. As you exhale, feel your chin just sink down to your chest. Your shoulders stay right where they are for now. Think about those first 7 vertebrae of the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold the upper body over the lower, rounding through each vertebrae. Now this is the time you can press those hands into your thighs, or you can walk the hands down the legs. Take your time. See if you can count each vertebra as you move through. Top of the head is moving toward the floor. And then eventually I feel my hamstring muscles engaged, a little bit in the backs of the calves. So at this point, just let yourself hang like a rag doll. If your hands are on the floor as mine are, just let them stay there. If not, maybe place them on your feet, your ankles, cup opposite elbows, whatever feels good to you. The critical thing is not the placement of the hands or the position of the hands, but it's just letting yourself hang like a rag doll with your face looking through your legs. I don't want you to be looking at the floor because then you throw your neck out of alignment. As you exhale this time, increase the bend in your knees, tuck your chin a little closer to your chest, and begin to round up. Once again, you can use those hands to walk up your thighs. I'm moving through the low back, the middle back. Eventually, we lift shoulders, neck, head. And you just want to roll out those shoulders and then move that focus to the center of your forehead, bringing your mind, your breath, your body all together, and then think about that 2 more stretches you need. Maybe it's in your wrists, your ankles, maybe it's in your back. Mine always seems to be my back. Do your best. And then when you're ready, we're just going to roll out our mats. I'm going to kind of roll my mat around my dog because, of course, he is the most important thing the most important living thing in the house. Come up onto your mat. Line up heel to toe, kind of in a zigzag pattern. I'm just lowering this mat, or lowering this camera to the mat. And then as you inhale, you want to raise those arms up shoulder height, cup opposite elbows. Inhale, lift the heel on your back foot. And as you exhale, bend the knees, begin that descent. You can always put down a hand, a knee, or both. When you're ready, scoop out through your belly, very intentional, very controlled. Let the arms rest on those knees, rock side to side. Now, even as your arms rest on your knees, it's okay. Even as your arms rest on your knees, you're not crunching up here. You're just letting it go. I know many of us hold a lot of tension in the muscles of the neck and of the upper back and shoulder region. Try and let it go. Allow yourself to let it go. With each exhalation breath, just let things go. I worked with a woman who had named all of her muscle spasms in her neck and shoulders, and she had named them after subordinate staff. I told her that that's how she was keeping all those muscle spasms with her. She had named them and given them their own personality. They were never going to leave her. So you just have to let it go. Just let things go that don't serve you. And if you're ready, let's begin to stabilize here. Bring those feet shoulder width apart. And again, we just do our best. In the studio, we're looking at our own reflection in a mirror in front of us and we can line things up. Here, we really need to focus on that mind's eye, bringing the mind and the body and the breath all together. So feet, knees, shoulders, inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, shoulders down and away. Big breath in again as you lengthen. Exhale, feel your chin sink down to your chest. Inhale once more. Exhale, scoop out. Move to that. Move from your sitting bones to your tailbone. You feel the difference. Look to your belly. Pull your navel up and in and begin to pulse. So you're in that nice C shape, pushing the shoulder blades to the mat behind you. What happens if you raise one hand in the air? Now the muscles in your arms are not going to overpower the work in the core. So go ahead and you can hold on. You can engage these muscles. What you can't do is lift your body up. Once you do that, you start to just counterbalance lower body weight with upper body weight. And then we don't strengthen the muscles that support our joints. We don't build strength, mobility, functional strength, functional mobility. Pause here, look to your belly. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. You feel those sitting bones. Lengthen, big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, scoop it out. Hands to the backs of the thighs, begin the pulse. Left arm in the air. Pause, look to your belly. Inhale, bring yourself up. Lengthen through the spine, shoulders are down and away. Wiggle your toes, big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Now just move through your neck and head first, and then scoop out into the C shape. Hands to the backs of the thighs, begin to pulse. One hand in the air, both hands in the air. It's your call. For 4 more, 3, 2, pause here, look to your belly. Inhale, bring yourself up. Rounding, rounding. Once the sitting bones contact the mat, lengthen. Beautiful, perfect. Big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, scoop it out. Now slow it down. You've moved from your sitting bones to your tailbone, now to your low back. Give yourself a breath right here. And then middle back. Most of our body weight is here. If you're ready, shoulders down, head down, palms to the ceiling. Look to your right, look to your left. For me, I always have to walk my heels in about 1 inch, maybe 2 inches. Now give yourself that pelvic tilt. I'm just going to adjust my mat. No. I'm just going to adjust my mat and rug. You're actively imprinting that low back into the mat. With each inhalation breath, as you exhale, hollow out your belly and let your belly sink into your spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Now hopefully you have some water nearby and you can give yourself that little hydration break anytime you need it. That's just a nice little, again, a nice little gift to give yourself when you need to kind of, move out of an exercise that you need to come out of, or an exercise that just isn't for you or isn't for you today. If you're ready, let's inhale, draw one knee into the chest and then the other. As you exhale, pull your knees up toward your shoulders, press your thighs to your belly. This should feel good. If your body is calling you to rock side to side, go right ahead. If you need a more dramatic kind of a stretch, of course, listen to your body. But if you're happy to just be in stillness, focusing on your breath, that's perfect. And when you're ready, exhale, push your toes straight up into the air. Just do a little sanding with the inside edge of the feet. And And then inhale. Exhale, lift your chin to your chest, look to your belly, move the hands to the backs of the thighs, lift the upper body a little higher, lower those legs. You can feel yourself moving to your low back. You can pause here. You can bring it up to your tailbone. Do not go to your sitting bones though. Look to your belly, palms to the mat. Begin to slap water at the whole arm. Moving from the shoulder joint. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, pump, pump, pump. Inhale, shoulders up, head up. Exhale, really move those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale. Try and keep those legs straight. No. Exhale, reach through your tippy toes. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Exhale, pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, shoulders up, head up. Exhale, look right at your belly. Pump, pump, pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, try and keep your legs straight. Exhale, reach through your tippy toes. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more sets. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, bend knees, round through the spine, low back, middle back, shoulders down, head down, look left. Look right. Big breath in. Exhale, push your knees toward your shoulders. Press your thighs to your belly. And when you're ready, exhale, right foot to the mat, and then the left. Again, tilt your pelvis, imprint your low back. Do your best to start out in that right place. Feet about shoulder width apart. Heels out in front of your knees. Knees are strong, pointed straight up to the ceiling. Press the full foot into the mat. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, imprint. Exhale, lift your chin to your chest, hands to the backs of the thighs, round up. Feel when you move to those sitting bones. Once you move to the sitting bones, extend the legs, round and reach. Inhale, round back up, plant the feet, scoop out. Exhale down, take your time. Now, I'm not going to go all the way down to the mat. I don't want to lose control. I'm keeping the belly muscles engaged. Inhale, bring yourself up on your sitting bones. Extend the legs, round and reach. Inhale. Plant those feet. Exhale, scoop out. Listen to your body. This particular exercise, I find you can really tune in. Move to the center of your forehead, move to that third eye chakra, and just take your time. Make it kind of a dance with yourself. Two full breaths to complete the exercise. So here we are, inhaling up on the sitting bones. Exhale, round and reach. Inhale, round up, plant the feet. Now you can feel this is a strength portion. Inhale up, strength, right? Sit up, exhale, round and reach. Primarily a stretch, not totally. Inhale, now this is a combination stretch and strength. Take your time, we're going to do 2 more. Last one. Take yourself down to your mat or toward your mat. Bring it back up. Feel when you move from the tailbone to the sitting bones. Extend the legs, round and reach. Pause here. Do try and lift your arms as high as your ears. Actively engage those core belly muscles. Reach through your fingertips, reach through your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the arms sink down to the legs, so heavy they roll off the legs and onto your mat. Inhale as you tuck your chin into your chest, dragging those heavy arms with you, filling up your lungs. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and away, lace the fingers together, give yourself a nice stretch. So here you feel it in your shoulders, you actually feel it in your sternum too. And give yourself a little shake, a little wiggle and a jiggle. Slide those feet in, shoulder width apart, up on the sitting bones to start. Big breath in. Exhale, chin sinks down to the chest. Scoop out into that C shape. Slicing hands out across your knees. Inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, pull, extension. So this is a little isometric as you push and pull. Third time. Scoop out a bit more. Focus on the exhalation portion of the breath. Last one, reach up, reach forward, find that rope, pull yourself side to side, work your obliques, work your lats. Bring your hands below your kneecaps as you exhale, chin to chest, pull back, nice little stretch from the base of the spine to the base of the skull. Now for many of us with low back issues, this feels good. For some folks that carry a lot of stress in their upper back or even in their neck area, this may not feel good. If it doesn't feel good for you, just lift your head up a little higher. Wiggle out those toes. And then inhale, bring it on up. Now, if Karen is still here, we did not do the rolling like a ball or the open leg rocker or the seal on Tuesday, but hopefully you're on a soft, squishy surface, and we can do that now, whether it's a squishy mat or some nice, supportive, cushiony carpeting. Let's bring one foot up, and then the other. Toes touch, heels touch, knees touch. Actively push your legs toward each other. Hands to your shins, up on the sitting bones. Big breath in. Exhale, scoop out. Feel yourself move to your tailbone. If you don't engage those core muscles, you'll tip over. Pull your heels in. Inhale. Exhale, tip. Inhale, up. Exhale, tip. Inhale, up. Third time. Chin to chest. One more. Do your best to maintain this tight little ball shape. Come back to the tailbone. Big breath in. Exhale. Push those toes into the air. Straddle those legs. Try and walk the hands up past the knees. Don't let them stay at the backs of the knees. Either backs of the thighs or backs of those calves. And this is called open leg rocker. Depending on how much room you have, your feet may be a little closer together, farther apart. Chin to chest, hold the position, or exhale, tip. Inhale, up. Exhale, tip. Inhale, up. Third time. You can roll back as far as your shoulder blades. Just don't roll on your neck or your head. Bring it back. Balanced here. And why do I say that? Just too many spinal nerves close to the surface creates a pulling sensation, just not good for us. Now you can raise one arm in the air, both arms. Doesn't matter. Soles of the feet come together. Heels, balls of the feet, toes. Press them against each other. Wrap your hands under and around your ankles. Try not to dig the elbows into the thighs. Look to your belly. Inhale, click your feet together for 3. Exhale, tip, click, click, click. Inhale up, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, tip. Inhale up. Last one, exhale, tip. Inhale up, click, 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 and hold here. Press the heels, balls of the feet, toes against each other. Bring one hand up, palm to the ceiling, then the other. Lift from the shoulder joint. Bend at the elbows, fingers and thumbs touch in some sort of magical mudra pose. All of these rolling exercises are to create instability, and in our effort to remain very stable as we move, that's how we build that deep core strength. Let's remain here for a few breaths, focusing on the very teeny tiniest thing you can focus on, whether it's the baby toe pressed against the other baby toe. As you inhale, feel that little tug at the top of your head, lengthening through the spine, pulling you up onto your sitting bones. Pull the heels in, feet to the mat. Little butterfly pulse here. Now, sometimes we are able to do a little reflexology, and I just think that that's such a wonderful thing to do because we really do have to center down and think mind, body, breath together. So let's kind of stabilize the knees up on your sitting bones. If you need to roll your shoulders back, go right ahead. Let's move those. Hopefully you can see me. Let's move those hands to the inside of the foot. Now, I want you to keep your butterfly pose, but I'm going to turn this so you can see. You're going to bring your thumb to the top of that calcaneus, that top of that heel bone. As you exhale, just stretch right up to the ball of the foot, to the base of the ball of the foot. Hopefully you can see this. And then just do a little thumb circle here. You can move this around and find that place where you go. You can move it into your toes. You can lengthen through the toes a bit. You can go and stretch again. You can do a few butterfly pulses. You can do it to the other side, both sides at the same time. And then I want you to move to the instep. And you can do this with your thumb or with your fingers. And in traditional Chinese medicine, they tell us that our qi oftentimes gets bound up here. I forget the word, but it translates into the 3 wells. And we kind of bind it up here. So find that place. Maybe just do a little pressure point here. And then inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bring your chin down toward your your nose down toward your toes, nose to the toes. Inhale up. Now push those feet away a bit. Exhale, now it's chin toward the heels. Inhale up, extend those legs out, give them a little shake. Things should feel good. Shake out your arms, get that blood moving. The heart is such a great pump, but sometimes to get it to the very tips of the limbs, you just have to give it a little help there. And then that lymphatic system that moves stuff we don't want, it's like a Rolex. It only works with movement. So it's really important to get our lymphatic system working through movement. So, all good, right? Everything is good. Just keep moving that body. Here we are, sitting up on our sitting bones. Inhale. Exhale, chin sinks down to the chest. You're aware of those first 7 vertebrae. Inhale once more. Exhale, scoop out. Move to that tailbone, hands to the backs of the thighs, and begin your descent. Just take your time. Be aware of your low back. Keep breathing. Middle back, shoulders, neck, head, palms to the ceiling. Try and align your neck and head. Don't tip your head back. Push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Think about the knees pointing straight up to the ceiling. Push your low back in. Slide the left leg away. Glue your hips to the mat. Inhale, lift that left leg into the air. Now you're thinking, not so much, my hips aren't really down to the mat too much, but the top of that left hip and the full right hip. So as you exhale, straight left leg, even with the bent right, take that left leg out, around, and up. Now your right knee keeps you honest, it's immobile. You're not rocking and rolling. Again, we're creating instability in the movement of this left leg, the weight of this left leg, and in our effort to remain totally stable with our midsection, with our torso, we create strength. Let's pause here at the top of the exercise, flex that foot. Point your toe, inhale, exhale, toes to the nose, leg goes out, around, and down. Now again, focus on that right knee if that helps. Glue your hips to the mat, low back, middle back, upper back. Perhaps you're pushing the tongue to the roof of the mouth, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Last one. Bring this leg straight up into the air. Give a little flex and a point and a flex and a point. Beautiful. Relax that foot. Inhale, draw the knee into the chest. Slide that right leg away. Hands to the shin. Hang out here. You're actively pushing. Like it's sometimes it's not so much an active movement, it's more an intention. So your intent is to push this left knee toward the left shoulder, press the left thigh toward the belly. And then exhale, extend this left leg into the air once more, double straight leg stretch. Give that left foot a flex and a point. So it's dorsiflexion, point the toe. Do that 2 or 3 times, whatever's comfortable. Relax the foot, inhale, draw the knee into the chest. Take the right hand to the outside of that left knee. Your left shoulder is down on the mat. Now for me, I really like to extend that left arm out laterally and then focus on pressing the back of the hand into the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, gently pull this left knee over to the right side. Now you will want to look toward your left shoulder. Keep your left shoulder on the mat. Engage those deep core belly muscles. Optimize the stretch. You can move this left knee around to an optimal place. Hold, breathe. Give yourself that big inhalation breath. Open this up. Sole of that left foot to the inner thigh of the right leg. Right hand to your right hip bone. Left hand to that left inner thigh. Inhale once more. Exhale, gently move the hands in opposition to each other. You're going to feel this wonderful stretch. This is an orthopedic test for piriformis syndrome, but it also is a great stretch for your inner thigh muscle, inguinal ligament, sacroiliac ligament, sacroiliac joint on the posterior side of the body, as well as the piriformis muscle. If you're ready, let's return that left foot to the mat, gently rock side to side, just loosening things up. That stretch is perfect if you're stuck sitting in a car for hours and hours or sitting at a desk. It's just such a perfect thing to do for yourself. Pause here, tilt your pelvis, imprint. Hands are where you like them. I kind of like mine, palms to the ceiling at a 45-degree angle. Some people want to narrow that base of support and make it more challenging, and they let their hands rest on their torso. Point the toe on your right leg. Inhale, lift that leg into the air. As you exhale, right leg even with the bent left. Take that leg out around and back up. Exhale, straight leg even with the bent. Out around and up. Move in time with your breath. Be consistent in your movement. Don't allow that body weight to kind of propel you. Pause here. Flex your foot. Point your toe. Exhale, toes to the nose. Leg goes out, around, and down. I was trying to think of momentum. Don't let the weight of the leg give you momentum. Make it very intentional, very much about the muscles moving the leg. Imprint your low back. Glue your hips to the mat. Last one. Take this leg straight up into the air. Flex the foot. Point, flex, point. Maybe you want to do that one more time. And then relax the foot. Inhale, draw the knee into the chest. Slide that left leg away. Hang out here for just a bit, focusing on that stretch. As you exhale, extend this right leg into the air. Create that double straight leg stretch. Breathe through the stretch. And then when you're ready, flex that foot. Whew. Relax the foot. Inhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Slide the left hand to the outside of that right knee. Right shoulder sinks down, gets stuck to the mat. Maybe extend that right arm out laterally, pressing through the back of that right hand. Inhale. Exhale, gently pull this right knee over to the left side. You naturally want to look to your right shoulder. Breathe through that stretch. And then inhale, let's open this up. Sole of that right foot to the inner thigh of the left leg. Left hand to your left hip bone. Right hand to that right inner thigh. As you exhale, create that little bit of tension. Hands moving in opposition to each other. Breathe through the stretch. Then return your right foot to the mat and rock side to side. Just kind of loosening up your low back, opening up through the hip. And that's probably enough of that. Slide that left foot in. Find your just right place. Feet parallel, heels out in front of the knees. Arms wherever's comfortable for you. We're going into our Pilates bridges. So tilt your pelvis. Inhale, lift those hips up and down. If you had some challenges or some strength issues in your back, this is one of the exercises a physical therapist would probably prescribe for you. So we're just taking our time here. We're trying to line up feet, knees, shoulders, tilt the pelvis, and we only want to lift to a straight diagonal line. Some of you are saying, only, I can't lift to a straight diagonal line. I know, I've been there. But the reason I say that is those people that practice yoga often use this as sort of a prerequisite to the wheel or some other advanced move. And they're trying to put an arch in their backs. That is not the Pilates end goal here. Our goal is to create strength and mobility along the spinal column. And to that end, the maximum height here would be a straight diagonal line from shoulder to knee, nothing more. And you can feel it, even as we're focused on strengthening that low back, you can feel those glute muscles working, hamstring muscles working, even superficial muscles of the belly, not superficial that they're not important, superficial in that very literally that they're close to the surface. Let's do one more. Inhale, tilt, tuck, lift, and pause here, hold. The static movement is harder than being in motion, I think. Just hold this. Big breath in. Exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Tilt your pelvis, imprint your low back. Feel that stretch. Hold here for a full breath. Then inhale, draw one knee into the chest, and then the other. As you exhale, pull those knees in nice and close. Now think of your low back as the face of a large clock. As you inhale, push those knees to the left and around in a circle. So you're keeping your clock face in contact with the mat at all times, but you're changing where you're putting that pressure. So put that pressure on the outside edge of your clock. Inhale, bring those knees back to the center, pushing those knees toward your shoulders. Now your hands aren't on your kneecaps, your hands are on your shins. We don't need to put any additional stress or strain on our knees. As you exhale, push those knees to the right and around in a circle. Inhale up toward the shoulders, exhale. Draw those knees in. Exhale, right foot to the mat, left foot to the mat. Walk those feet away just a bit. I think I'm in a good position so that you guys can see me. We're going to go into that sort of, I always think of it as the iconic Pilates movement. It's the teaser. So I deconstruct all of our Pilates exercises and then sort of reconstruct them. So this one I've created 5 levels. We begin at level 1. So feet are flat on the mat, knees are pointed straight up to the ceiling, nice pelvic tilt, low back pressed into the mat. Inhale, lift those arms up, palms face each other. Exhale, bring your arms even with your ears. Reach through your fingertips, align your neck and head, don't tip that head back, keep it aligned. When you're ready, inhale, lift chin to chest, round, no forcing, no momentum, you just come to your tailbone, not your sitting bones. Look to your belly, exhale, scoop out, low back contacts the mat first, that's critical. Then your middle back, then your upper back. Now I have a lot of good, strong core muscles, but I've got some long issues with my low back. I did gymnastics as a kid. And so for me, when I first started doing the teaser, the greatest challenge, let's lift up, round through each vertebrae. The greatest challenge was to get the low back to contact the mat first.
My middle back always wanted to thunk down, then my upper back. So take your time. Let's slide the left leg away this time. Inhale, lift chin to chest, lift both arms, one leg, pause here. Exhale, left foot back to the mat. Inhale, right leg up, straight leg. Exhale, scoop out, low back. This might be a little bit easier for you to get that low back down with that one leg extended. Exhale, bend that knee, inhale. So this is we're at level 2 already. Inhale, chin to chest, lift and reach. Exhale, inhale, very intentional in our movements. Control, precision of movement. This can look very elegant. In fact, most of our exercises, I think, are very elegant, graceful, which is probably why ballet dancers just really took to Pilates. Inhale, chin to chest, lift and reach, little pause, both legs in the air, then one foot down. Now, of course, this was developed for those who had been injured during World War I and were stuck in beds, hospital beds, and nobody thought they'd be able to move again. And Joseph Pilates began working with those injured young, I mean, obviously they were young people, but inhale, chin to chest, lift and reach. One leg up, then both, so we're at level 3 already. Level 4, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to suggest you do not do it. You would know what level 4 is if you were ready to do it, but I'm just going to give it to you. So one leg up, then both, then slowly lower. Then you slide one foot in and do it again. Inhale, one leg up, then both, then slowly lower. So that's level 4. Level 5, and again, I do not recommend this. I'm giving this to you for illustration only. You can work toward it. But again, if you live a real life where you do a lot of sitting, we just don't have the strength, the deep core strength sometimes to do this, or we've strained our bodies in other ways in our lives. So here we are, level 5. Lift both arms and legs simultaneously. Pause here, look to your belly, breathe. On the second exhalation breath, just lower. You're breathing, you're not straining. A lot of times when things get difficult, what do? We hold our breath, and then everything gets so much worse. Last one, inhale, chin to chest, lift and reach, one leg up. Both, pause here, reach a little higher, scoop out, breathe. 2 more big breaths. As you exhale this time, slide the hands to the backs of the thighs, bend the knees round, draw those knees in, inhale. Exhale, push your knees to the right, eyes and arms to the left. Hold the stretch, but not your breath. Keep breathing. Inhale, bring those knees back to center. Exhale, push the knees to the left, eyes and arms to the right. This should feel good. We're nice and warm. And then let the upper body follow the lower body to the left side. Use your hands to push yourself up onto all fours. Bring your hands beneath those shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Great. Nice and strong through your core as you inhale. Just give yourself a nice chin to chest. Exhale, eyes to the ceiling. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Exhale, eyes to the ceiling. Inhale to a tabletop, curl the toes under, push up onto the balls of the feet, drop the head down, look toward your toes. Now you can bend your elbows a bit if you like, and then inhale, walk the eyes up the length of the legs to the belly. And then exhale, bring the eyes down the length of the legs to your toes. Pause here for a moment and breathe. If you want to walk the dog, as they call it, or do that little pedaling motion, go right ahead. If you want to do just lifting both heels and lowering, just heel raises, that's fine. I'm going to move us along, bringing the eyes along the length of the mat, looking between those hands. Now for me, I'd like for you to have your hands and feet on the same surface, so I'm going to have to walk up. Some of you will have to walk back on your mats. Now hinge through the hips, Bring yourself to that straight line from heel to shoulder. Once you found that place, really focus on engaging deep core muscle. Then soften your knees, soften your elbows. Hold here for 2 more breaths. As you exhale, this time knees come down, lift one hand, place the elbow where the palm was, elbow to palm, back to that low plank, nice and strong. Think about the core, do not sag through your back, no, no, no. Keep it nice and strong, open your hands, knees are soft, big breath in. Neck aligned with your spine, one more. As you exhale, melt your knees to the mat, soften your feet. Bring your belly down. As you bring your chest down, push the arms away from the body. Make little fists with your hands. Bring those knuckles to the inside of your wrists for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the backs of the hands beneath the forehead. Rest the forehead on those hands. And for many of us, that just aligns the neck with the rest of the spine. Remain here for 2 more full breaths. And if you're ready, lift your head up just an inch or 2. Pull those elbows in nice and close. Forearms on the mat, heels of the hands in front of your shoulders. Relax your feet, ankles, knees, hips, and all the adjacent muscle and other soft tissue. From the waist down, your body is heavy. Inhale, look to the wall in front of you. Walk the eyes up the length of that wall. Keep your hip bones on the mat. Exhale all the way back down. Now again, this is a cobra. In Pilates, the goal is simply that extension of the spine. We just do not get enough of this in the lifestyle of the West. We sit way too much. Our bodies did not evolve to sit like we do. Try and keep your feet, ankles, knees, hips relaxed. Bring it all the way back down and slide the hands a little farther back, lifting the elbows up off the mat. Feet about shoulder width apart. Push up onto your hands and knees once more. Push your hips to your heels, bend those elbows. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round up into the cat stretch. Exhale into the cow. Back to your tabletop, exhaling hips to heels. And hold. Big breath in. Exhale, slide your hands down to your feet. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Hold here for 3 deep breaths, feeling your body growing heavy and still. As you inhale, tuck your chin into your chest, round through your back, push yourself up on your knees, rounding through that low back, then the middle back, shoulders, neck, head. You can remain here on those knees as you roll out your shoulders. You can move to a seated position. I'm moving to a seated position just so you can see me better. Inhale, bring those arms out to the sides, whether you're on your knees or seated. Push the palms back. Push the palms forward. Palms to the ceiling. Palms to the floor. Big breath in. Lift that right arm, lower the left. Bend at the elbows. Nice little cow head stretch. Keep your head up. Look straight ahead. Release the bottom arm. Give that top arm a little push. Release it. Bring it in front of your throat. A little push. Arms out to the sides once more. Inhale, lift the left arm up, lower the right, bend at the elbows, fingers touch. Stay present in this moment. You've done an awesome job.
You know, it is a full hour class. I think I advertised it as 50 minutes, but it's a full hour, and you're doing great. Let's bring those hands down. Big breath in. Reach the arms up and overhead. So whatever you need to do to remain in this moment, return to the breath, return to the body. Stay right here. Inhale, bring those arms up, give them a little shake. Extend those legs out to the sides, arms are out. Windmill over, saw off your baby toe. Inhale, feel yourself rise up, square your shoulders. Exhale, saw, 2, 3. Inhale, rise up, open up, and saw. Again, big breath in. Neck aligns with your spine even as you move. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, engage those deep core belly muscles. One more time, big breath in. Exhale and saw. Inhale, bring the arms up, give them a little shake. Bend those knees, cross at the ankles, recross the ankles if you like. Backs of the hands to the tops of the knees. We just have about 10 breaths left. Little spiral in the center of each palm, if that helps keep you focused. Neck is long, head is up. 3 deep breaths right here. As you exhale this time, allow your eyelids to flutter open, looking straight ahead, finding a point on the wall or on the floor. Find a focal place, and then think an affirming thought about yourself. Pilates is so much about self-care, and to be able to give to others, to give to your job, to your customers, to your family, you have to take care of yourself. So give yourself permission to focus on you. And then once you've held on to that affirming thought about your true and authentic self, give yourself a moment to think in terms of gratitude. Think of something that you're grateful for. Whether it's shelter in a storm, like physical shelter, or someone or something that gives you comfort. Just something that you're grateful for. And then take that great big breath in. Eyes follow the hands up as you reach, stretch. Exhale, push through your forearms. Bring those arms down. One more time. Big breath in, reach, stretch. Exhale, push through your forearms. Bring your hands to your heart center. Drop your chin to your chest. 2 breaths right here just for you. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being with me. As I've said before, the opportunity to do these classes really gives purpose to my days in these strange times. So I thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Shabbat Shalom. Have a great weekend.